I recently started my design account on Instagram. This is your sign to check it out if you haven't already, cause I post some really cool stuff there as well. So, since I was new, I wanted to introduce myself, but making this post with just pointers about me wasn't it. It is way too generic and low key boring. So I started thinking of ways of doing something different and something new. While scrolling, I came across this bold newspaper layouts with playful typography and fun detail. That's when it hit me. What if I tell my story in a modern newspaper format? Once that was decided, it was time to identify the contents of this newspaper, about me, skills and services that I offer, my social media handles, pictures of some work that I've done so far, and illustrations. After that was sorted, it was time to make an information architecture, deciding what things will go where. Since I am an UI UX design student, I take my information architecture very seriously. Okay, once the information architecture was done, it was time to make some rough layouts and ideate on some designs for the newspaper. Once that was done and I was happy with it, it was time to take it digital. I opened Illustrator and brought in my artboard. I'm using A2 size here. It was time to design the first page, which will contain an illustration of me and some text and my logo. So, the first thing that I did was select a picture for inspiration for the illustration. Then I started making the head and the body. For clothes, I knew I wanted something that was totally me, and this pink top with bows is so me. Like half of my wardrobe is filled with pink color clothes, so nothing was better than this. My illustration is done. Now it's time for my cat's illustration who will be sitting on my head. Now it's time to drag the illustration on the artboard and start designing. I also experimented with these layouts for the first page, but I liked this one better, so I'm sticking with this. So let's move on to the second and third page, which I'm combining and writing all the services that I offer along with some work that I've done so far. On these pages, I wanted to play with typography and wanted that bold aesthetic. Also added some cute stickers from my personal branding. If you want to see a video on that, then comment down below. I will surely make it. I had two options for second and third page actually. One was serif italic and one was the regular bold one. I went for the bold one because it was looking more cohesive and nice that way. So, yeah, so these pages are done as well. Now it is time for the last page, which is the About Me page. It will have a picture of me, my name, my logo, and the thinking behind the logo mark, which is R square. Once all of that was done, it was time to write about me, like the facts about me. Again, I did not want to write it in pointers, so I thought let's make it like a cutout effect thing. So I started writing the text that I wanted to write. Then I made rectangles with the help of pen tool behind the text. I have kept the rectangles very rough, not very perfect, because I wanted to give that effect of hand cutting, which is not very perfect. And I also added drop shadow to give it extra depth. So I did the same thing for all the facts about me, and it is looking super awesome. Now it was time to add my socials, and I also added a QR code so it's easier to reach my socials and you don't have to go and manually search my usernames. And let me tell you something, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Finding the perfect balance between clean design and personality took a lot of trial and error, but every tweak brought me closer to my final result, and I love it. So, see for yourself.
because there's nothing about me that's relatable.